Welcome back to our lesson of UI UX in Adobe XD. In this lesson, we are going to learn all about prototyping. Well, what is prototyping? Well, when you go off to a website, there is your user interface and your user experience. And each of them goes in steps, right? And when you click on links, it links up with another page. Or when you do a certain task, like let's say I'm going to compare it to e-commerce sites. When you click on, let's say, a product, it opens up the information about the product and let's say the amount and how it is, the description and all of it. Then you have an option called buy now, and you also have the option of add to cart. Okay, so when you click on buy now, it opens up another page where it contains all of the information about your address, about your number, and all of those where you have to put in your data. Then after you're done, what you do is purchase, right? And when you purchase it, the order is taken, and then it like takes you to another page where it shows you that order is received and something like that. So what we're gonna do is going to be making up those pages in such a way so that it connects to each other, and that is how the user experience works. Okay, and that is what prototyping is all about. Even though I don't have a perfect presentation for that yet, I'm going to be showing you how those actually works. But before that, the first thing what we're going to do is going to be naming our artboards. So let's start off with the first one. So I'm going to do is right click on it and hit on it. Let's say this is going to be our index. Enter. Now we have our index. You can see it over here. Now over here, let's say I'm going to do is type in info about, let's say, an object. And here's going to be our, let's say this is going to be our input page. And here is going to be last one. So I'm going to just type in last, okay? Hit an enter. Now, first thing what you have to do, as I have all of them named, I'm going to click on prototype. I'm going to click on this, okay? First I'm going to do is click on this object. This is going to be our product. First I'm going to do is design a button over here. Well, let's say I'm going to do is design the button, and as that our button has been made, I'm going to do is type in my text over here. Let's say I'm going to do is type in buy now. Okay, we have our buy now right now. Now I'm going to do is select on this text, and I'm going to do is increase the size. Let's say I'm going to type in 70, hit on enter. I'm going to do is click on this tool and position it in such a way so that it looks good. I'm going to also select on this button and make it rounded. I'm going to do is select the fill just so that it works, okay? Now we have our button. I'm going to do is group all of them together. Right click on it, group, okay? So they are now grouped. If you feel like it isn't grouped yet, just click on this layers and group them right now, okay? We have our buy now and also our index. Right click on it. You don't have to group on 5, which is this one. Just group on 6 and this one. Group them together. Now we have our group 7 over here. Now the next thing I'm going to do is make up another page, which is going to be our info. Well, let's say this is going to be our input. So all of the input graphics are going to be appearing over here. Let's say this is going to be containing all about our info. And if you want to use an UI kit, let me just go off to a website, or let's say open up a UI kit and show it to you, okay? But if you want to start from scratch, I'm also going to show you this part. Let's say this is going to be the part where a user is going to put in his content, okay? Let's say this is going to be something like address, price, then let's say email, number, okay? Well, this is where he's going to put all of his content. But what if it is not connected? Obviously, if it's not connected, it's not going to work, and obviously it's not going to take you to that site or take you to that page. Well, when you are using HTML and CSS, you have to use the codes and link it up together. But when you are using, let's say, these type of software such as Adobe XD, which you're working with UI and UX, it's going to make up that content on its own, and also that, let's say, codes. Okay, but it's not going to generate those codes. It's going to be applied directly on these softwares. So what prototyping works is that, let's click on this, and I'm going to just connect this page to this one. You can see that this is connected. When I click on play, you'll find out to be that our website will look like this. And when I click on now, you will see that it will take me to that page or that specific page. Well, let's say I'm going to do is open up another, let's say I'm going to go over the design, and here I'm going to do is find out add to cart. So I'm going to click on our rectangle box again, or let's just, copy this part, click on this move, alt and move right over here. Another thing I'm going to do is click on text. I'm going to do is click on this, and I'm going to do is type in add to cart. Now, as that is applied, I'm going to select all of this text and decrease the size a bit. So I'm going to go down and type in 60. Even though if it's like short, let me just type in 50. And you can see this looks a lot more better. Now I'm going to connect it to the info page. Okay. So here I'm going to do is make another text box over here. I'll press on this or Control Z. I'm going to do is click on this text box. And here I'm going to do is type in, let's say this is going to be our info box. Info, let's say purchased. Then let's say saved. Let's say cart, and all of those will be appearing over here. Now the thing is that when you are using this, or when you are keeping it like this, okay, it will connect all together. So I'm going to press on Control Z. I'm going to do is keep it over here. Do is zoom it out. I'm not going to keep it over here. I'm going to click on this. But yeah, what I'm going to do is ungroup them. Okay. Purchased info. I'm going to do is drop it out. And you can see that this has been like a different page. Now I'm going to do the same thing over here. Click on prototype. Click on this. I'm going to do is link it up over to this page. So this is basically how it works. So what prototyping is basically linking one page to another, and how it will look on a website, and how the user will experience that website, and how it actually works. Let me just click on play again. This is basically how you play or see how the website is actually working. When I click on buy now, it will go back like this. Then you're going to have to put a back button over here so that it works in such a way that it goes back over and over again and over to the specific page. Okay, even though I did not apply it, I'm going to do is, let's say I'm going to do is make a circle over here, which is going to be our back button. I'm going to do is click on this, hold on the shift. Now I'm going to do is, as this is back, so I'm going to do is go over to prototyping again. I'm going to do is take it over to this page, which is going to be our back button. I can do the same thing over here. Click over the design. I'm going to do is copy this. And I'm going to do is paste it right over here so that I can use it whenever I want. And also I'm going to do is prototype it directly to this page. Now, as all of them are connected, now the thing what I can do is going to be play it. Now, as this is played, you can see this is our website. I can press on back. It will take me to the home page, which is our index. I can click on add to cart. And you can see this has taken me to the info page. And click on back again, and we are still back on our index. And when I click on buy now, it will take me to that page. And that is basically how linking works. But if you are working with HTML and CSS, you'll have to type in those link codes and link tags and link them up together so that it functions well. But the advantage of using UI and UX is that you can just make that content in a graphic type of format, and then it will all be applied, and all of the codes will be applied directly from these type of softwares. So hope you understood everything about prototyping. Okay, and let's move on to our next lesson.